Hi everybody, I'm Jessica Youngers. I'm an elementary education pre-service teacher and I also hope to teach middle school math. I'm going to talk to you today about an app called Photomath. So Photomath is an app that allows you to take a picture of a math problem and then it tells you the correct answer, but not only that, it tells you how to arrive at that correct answer. So I can think of many ways that this can be used in a classroom, but I want to talk to you about two. One way is whenever you introduce a new topic to students, you could say, okay, here's your practice problems, but for the first 5, I want you to use Photomath and kind of work through it with the app so that you can get a good understanding of the steps. Another example is you could have students use the app after completing a bunch of practice problems to check their work, and if they got anything wrong, they could understand where they went wrong. I believe this is a great tool to use in any math classroom, so let's go check it out. Alrighty, so here we have the camera. As you can see, it has this little sectioned off rectangle right here, and by touching the arrow, you can make it bigger, smaller, whatever size you want. This is important because if you have really tiny handwriting, it might be a bunch thinner. And maybe you have ginormous handwriting, then that could work. So it's very nice that you can change the size of this box. So I have a few examples written here, and I wanted to focus in on that 4x plus 4 equals 30. As you can see, it just detected that, and the answer is at the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to click on that little red arrow. So as you can see here, it tells you the correct answer and then how to arrive at that answer. So that's really cool. That could help the students, like I mentioned before, kind of see where they went wrong, if they went wrong, and just kind of understand the process of solving the problem. At the bottom, there's a graph section where if this was a problem that the students would need to graph, that would kind of help them understand that. I want to note that if you type on, or if you click on a little arrow, so I'm going to click on the little arrow to the right of the 4x plus 4 equals 30. As you can see, it kind of gives a word instruction, or it uses words to describe what exactly was going on in that step. So that's also an awesome resource for students. So if you click on the 3 top buttons on the top right, it gives you several options. You can favorite that math problem so that you can come to it in the future. You could graph it, which is also graphed at the bottom, as I just showed you. You could edit the problem because maybe your handwriting wasn't the best and you might need to edit it. Maybe it picked it up wrong. You could also share the solution. When I click on the share, you can message it, mail it, put it on your reminders, add to notes. You could even copy the image, things like that. And then the last thing is report incorrect solution, but I've found that this has been pretty accurate since I have used it. I'm going to click on the notebook icon. Now the notebook icon is basically just a place where you can see all the problems that you have used this app for in the past. It's just basically an organization tool to where you can go back and try to understand maybe similar problems to the one you're trying to complete at the time. I'm going to go to the far left icon, which looks like a calculator, and that's also another place for you to type in a different answer if you didn't, maybe you had bad handwriting or something like I mentioned, and it's just another place for you to edit the math problem. So that is how you use Photomath.